Welcome back to the channel for another deep dive.
Let's get right into it.
Today, we are dropping right into round 8 of the 1959 Candidates Tournament in Yugoslavia, watching an absolute clash of titans between Mikhail Tal playing as white and Vasily Smyslov playing as black.
And you really have to feel the historical gravity of this exact moment.
Yeah.
I mean, this isn't just a friendly match. This is a Candidates Tournament.
Right.
Every single pawn push is psychological warfare here. You have Tal, the chaotic attacking genius, against Smyslov, the unshakable positional wall. The winner gets to challenge for the World Championship.
The stakes are they're astronomical. Okay, let's unpack this. White opens the game by advancing the king's pawn 2 squares forward. Right out of the gate, Tal is claiming the center.
It's the classic principled start. White immediately stakes a claim, opening up the lines for the queen and the bishop. Tal is basically throwing down the gauntlet.
Black answers by sliding the c-pawn up 1 square.
The B10 opening system.
Yeah, for the Caro-Kann defense.
Exactly. It's this incredibly solid defensive wall meant to just entirely frustrate White. Smyslov is laying the foundation to just absorb all of Tal's punches.
But then White cautiously pushes the queen's pawn forward just 1 square. I have to ask, isn't this too passive for someone like Tal? He's blocking his own piece?
Yeah, on the surface, it looks entirely too passive, but you have to remember the psychology. Tal is playing quietly on purpose to set a trap. He wants to lure Black out of the heavily analyzed main lines and into deep, dark water.
And Black strikes the center, pushing the queen's pawn 2 squares.
Smyslov is no coward. White played passively, so Black happily steps up to claim the territory.
So White develops their knight to the queen's side, defending the center.
Fluid development, keeping options open while protecting that king's pawn.
Black aggressively claims more central space, pushing the king's pawn 2 squares. I love this. An immediate battle for the middle of the board.
It's huge. Black has completely flipped the script and built this massive, imposing center.
White brings out their king's knight toward the center,
pressuring that newly advanced pawn.
And Black develops their queen's knight, reinforcing their central pawn. They are just building a fortress.
A meticulous, classical fortress. Smyslov is bringing up reinforcements.
But wait, White suddenly thrusts the queen's pawn forward again, striking the center hard.
The tension breaks. The trap is sprung.
Wow.
Those quiet opening moves were just a ruse. Tal waited for Smyslov to commit, and now he's aggressively blowing up the board.
Black's queen pawn captures White's pawn.
The dam has broken. Smyslov accepts the challenge. The quiet maneuvering is dead.
White's knight leaps forward, capturing Black's pawn and taking a dominant central post.
That is a terrifying outpost for a knight, right in the heart of the board.
Black's king pawn captures White's other central pawn. This is an absolute bloodbath in the center of the board.
Total chaos. Both players are just trading heavy blows. The center has completely evaporated.
White's queen storms into the center of the board, recapturing the pawn.
Bringing the queen out this early is usually a massive risk. She becomes a target. But the reward here, she is centralized, hyperactive, and staring down Black's throat.
Black develops their other knight, challenging White's powerful, centralized knight.
Smyslov is staying so cool. He just wants to trade off Tal's most active piece and neutralize the pressure.
White develops the bishop, pinning Black's knight.
Refusing the trade, Tal pins the knight down so it can't move without exposing the queen, tying Black into knots.
Black calmly develops their bishop, breaking the pin and preparing to tuck the king away.
Ice water in Smyslov's veins. He untangles his pieces without breaking a sweat.
Oh man, White aggressively castles queenside, sliding the rook to the center and rushing the king left.
This is it. This changes the entire geometry of the game. Opposite side castling means it is a race to checkmate. It's a ticking time bomb.
Black castles kingside, securing their king on the opposite side of the board.
The battle lines are drawn. Whoever calculates faster wins.
White's knight boldly plunges deep into Black's territory.
What a provocative move, disrupting Black's coordination instantly.
Black's queen slides out aggressively to the edge of the queenside.
Beautiful counterpunch. Eyeing White's king from afar, sidestepping that annoying knight.
White develops the light-squared bishop, aiming right at Black's kingside.
Sniping directly at the pawn cover, shielding the Black king. The pressure is building.
Black launches a pawn forward, directly attacking White's newly placed bishop.
Exactly what you do in these positions. Throw a pawn forward, gain a tempo, and open up attacking lines.
White retreats the dark-squared bishop, simultaneously attacking Black's queen.
Fantastic tactical multitasking. Tal saves his bishop and forces black to waste time defending the queen,
Black's queen retreats slightly, staying on the queenside attack.
refusing to give up the lateral pressure.
Now white's knight wildly pivots, leaping toward the kingside.
A massive rerouting. Tal knows the final battle is on the king's side. He's bringing all his heavy firepower over,
Black retreats their bishop all the way back to the home rank to safety.
clearing the second rank. It looks passive, but Smyslov needs pathways for his pieces to defend the king laterally.
White's queen shifts gears, sliding over to the kingside to mount a terrifying attack.
The storm clouds have gathered. White's queen, knight, and bishop are all staring at black's king. The mathematical force here is staggering.
Oh my goodness, Black's pawn captures White's light-squared bishop.
Yes,
Tal just left a full piece hanging, are you kidding me?
this is terrifying calculation from White. He completely ignores the material loss. He sacrifices a full bishop purely to rip away the pawn cover shielding the black king.
White's queen lunges forward, directly threatening checkmate.
Tal has burned the boats. If this fizzles out, he is down a full piece and loses.
Black desperately throws their knight to the edge of the board to block the mate threat.
A visually ugly move, but mechanically the only thing keeping the king alive.
White's knight crashes in with a devastating check against the black king.
Relentless. Tal does not give him a second to breathe.
Black's king scurries into the corner to escape the check.
He is completely boxed in now, out of squares,
White's queen captures the defending black knight.
reclaiming some material while keeping the crosshairs firmly locked on the king.
But wait, Black's queen swoops down, capturing a pawn deep in White's queenside, threatening mate on the next move.
The ultimate counterpunch. Smyslov found a lethal vulnerability. Suddenly, White is the one staring down the barrel of a checkmate.
White slides their bishop over, brilliantly defending the mate threat while keeping the crosshairs on Black's king.
To find a move that perfectly defends mate in one while losing zero momentum on your own attack, that is why these guys are legends.
Black brings the knight back, attacking White's queen.
Trying to force a retreat, trying to get some breathing room.
White's queen sacrifices herself. She captures a pawn, crashing into the defense.
Oh,
Hold on, freeze the board right there. Look at this position. If you saw that queen sacrifice coming, hit the like button right now. Tell us in the comments, would you have sacrificed your queen here, or are you sweating just looking at this?
it requires absolute, unwavering certainty. If your calculation is off by a single half move, you just threw the game away.
Black's queen drops to the back rank, delivering a massive check to White's king.
A brilliant intermediate move, throwing a check to scramble White's coordination before taking the queen.
White's king casually steps up, walking away from the check.
Cold as ice, just sidestepping it.
Black's rook captures White's sacrificed queen.
He had to take the bait. The trap is fully armed now.
White's knight executes a royal fork with a check.
And there it is. This was the entire tactical justification for the sacrifice. A beautiful mathematical destruction of the defense.
Black's king moves out of check.
The defensive structure is gone.
White's rook captures the black queen, removing the threat entirely.
The dust is settling. Tal wins the queen right back, and his initiative is still raging.
Black's king captures the pesky white knight.
Material is roughly balanced again, but black's position is completely blown open.
White's remaining knight leaps in with another check.
The tempo never drops. Every move is a lethal threat.
Black's king boldly steps up into the center of the board.
You really have to look at the sheer desperation here. A king forced to walk into the center of the board in broad daylight. The structural integrity has completely failed.
White's knight captures a pawn, attacking Black's bishop.
Simply harvesting material now.
Black's knight jumps in with a check on White's king.
A final, solitary attempt to create counterplay.
White's king confidently steps forward, attacking the black knight.
Incredible visual. The white king becomes an active attacking piece,
Black's bishop slides out with a check.
throwing everything he has left, just hoping for a miracle blunder.
White blocks the check with their bishop, completely shutting down the counterattack. And with that, Black resigns. White wins.
You know, you really have to consider how this started. The B10 opening is designed to be a completely solid, impenetrable wall, and we just watched it dismantled piece by piece until Black's king was forced to wander the center of the board in broad daylight. It forces you to wonder, is any defense truly unbreakable against relentless, calculated aggression?
That is the ultimate question. If you loved this breakdown, you need to subscribe to Chess Explained by AI right now so you don't end up with your king wandering helplessly in the center of the board like Vasily Smyslov just did. Hit subscribe, keep analyzing, and we'll see you on the next deep dive.